Whatever you want, you gotta go take it. No. Ain't nobody can give it to you. Let's go take what we want.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
I've heard all the rumors of the Las Vegas Raiders moving on from quarterback Derek Carr. Man, I'll ask you this. There are no Andrew Lucks in this year's draft, so why would head coach Josh McDaniels depend on a quarterback from this draft to get a second contract? The new regime will still have some building to do too, but they like Carr. They tried to trade for him when they were in New England, so they came here to build this thing around him. And they started building around him upon arrival by trading for receiver Davante Adams. Adams didn't leave Aaron Rodgers to play with the quarterback from this year's class either. Things haven't been smooth as Carr and Adams are still trying to adjust to a new complex system and use the chemistry from their days at Fresno State to work within it. At the same time, McDaniels is adjusting to them and the things they like to do and do well. The win-loss results don't reflect it much, but you see how much better Carr, Adams, and McDaniels are blending. They've bumped their heads a few times in the process, but it's starting to come together, and that's what I'm watching for the rest of this season. The first game of the season against the Los Angeles Chargers, you could tell some of that chemistry was still there, but you could see it wasn't all the way there. They still have the short game that Adams can turn into a long game. Oh, it's pretty easy to have chemistry with a guy that can run routes like that and get that wide open. That boy can go with it after the catch too. Adams had a workmanlike performance of 10 catches for 141 yards and a touchdown. Here he's settling into a window of that zone. But Carr and Adams didn't have that chemistry to go deep yet. Here, Carr misjudges Adams' game speed, underthrows it, and he gets picked off. And they lost a little bit of their chemistry on fades over the years. Hey, it's been 10 years. Now here we are in week 2 and they're still not quite connecting down the field. Carr really didn't look to go to him that much, and when he did, he wasn't successful. Adams had 2 catches for 12 yards on only 6 targets on the day. But of course, after that week 1 performance, he drew quite a crowd in week 2. Did I count that right? Is that 3? They're out of sync on this one too. Carr was expecting Adams to hook up, but he kept running. Well, here's one of his catches on the day. They helped him out with a little rub. And here's the second one. This one, of course, being a touchdown. Now here we are in week 3 where they try to get him going early in the short game. Teams are scared to death of him down the field, so they're taking the little short stuff. There's nothing wrong with that when you have a guy like Adams that can run after the catch the way he can. Just little dinks and dunks to get the ball in his hands. Because you know his man has help over the top. His man can undercut a route because he knows he has that help. He got to the point where they were running trick plays to get him free. On this day, he had 5 catches for 35 yards and this touchdown. were against the Denver Broncos. That chemistry got tested by corner Patrick Surtain. But let's not act like it was always Surtain by himself. Even in the zones, players shaded towards him a little. The Broncos made sure they knew where he was, so everything was short. It was another workmanlike performance of catching short passes and trying to get what he can after the catch. He's 6'1", 215 with all that athleticism, so he's going to get something after the catch. It was another workmanlike performance of 9 catches for 101 yards. Oh, and they're starting to rediscover that fade magic from college. Fade magic isn't consistent though. We got a miss here. And we have a connection here. And when Carr gets in trouble, you know who he's looking for. Oh, he got blasted though. And it looks like that down the field chemistry is back too. Well, on that one, Adams was so wide open, Carr just lobbed it out there to make sure he didn't miss him. But on this one, he puts it right out there in front of him perfectly. He learned from that throw in week 1. On the day, Adams had 121 yards on 3 catches, 2 of them for touchdowns. Now we're on to the Houston Texans in week 7 after the bye week, and you know they're scared to death of Adams. You see how his man made it easy for him to run that comeback route. Here he's coming in motion and Carr's going to throw him a little something to run with. Unlike Chief Week, this is another one of those workmanlike performances where darn near everything comes after the catch. The first man is pretty much guaranteed to miss. Here Adams is going over the middle with it. With 8 catches for 95 yards, it was another workmanlike performance. The Texans are so scared of him, he can just jog off the line and catch a short one. Oh, like you didn't know the first guy was going to miss. Week 8 against the New Orleans Saints was a rough day for Carr and Adams. As you see here, Adams is getting doubled and Carr is getting chased around. Sorry, no marker. Adams is up top. Carr can't get the ball in there because the corner is trailing underneath because he has help over the top. Here's another missed fade. That's not a consistent connection yet. Adams actually left a couple of plays out there. On this one, he doesn't quite get his feet in. And this one, he's going to uncharacteristically drop. And here is his 1 catch for 3 yards on the day. That's why they got shut out. Now we're in week 9 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Adams was doing the most. Found the hole in the zone there. Gonna break a tackle after a short catch here. On this one, he's gonna turn his short catch into a little something. This wasn't exactly back shoulder, but we got a little fade action here. And he's gonna blow out Jaguar safety Andre Sisco's knee here. Damn, I knew he was gonna throw that move and I still went for it. Adams had 146 yards and 2 touchdowns on 10 catches on the day. Now we're on to week 10, last week against the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, that was one move for 2 guys. Derek Carr is going to give him another short one to go with. Oh, first guy missing. And watch him show that strength of a running back. Here's a trick play where Adams is supposed to throw it. But you know when you throw the ball to him, you ain't getting it back. Oh. Then breaks the tackle. That didn't count, nor did it have anything to do with his chemistry with Carr, but he's incredible. And when the rush bears down on Carr, where's he going with it? Adams, who had 8 catches for 114 yards and this touchdown. It's been 10 years, but you can see that connection between Carr and Adams coming along. Those deep balls that were missing at first are getting there now. And the fade, well, it's not consistent yet, but it's starting to get there. And yes, McDaniels is finally starting to learn how to use Adams despite the double teams. At first, he would let teams take him away with 2 guys, but now he throws them short routes and lets them go with it after the catch. You'd think he'd know to do that, but he hasn't had a true number 1 receiver in a long time, so I'm going to give him a pass. But him, Carr, and Adams are starting to do this thing. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.